So here's the window of my bedroom where I keep my plants, my little garden of life. So plants are already pretty miraculous in themselves. I mean, it's life. It's the substructure of all life on Earth. So it's always nice to have a little bit of life like that in an apartment. And I've been building up this little collection of windowsill plants for a while. It started with just 2, and then 3, and then 4. Here we've got a plant from Peru. I can't really see it that well, but it's pretty funky. I got a cheapo little IKEA plant here, which is doing really well. It was a lot smaller when I got it. And we got the big old mother up here, just keeping watch on the others. But what I really wanted to show you is my 5th plant, which has become a real mystery to me. And here it is. So this is another one of those IKEA plants. It's a sago palm, as you can see. It's a really rigid, almost plastic plant. Now I've had this plant for, let's see, a year and a half at least. And while my other plants have grown and changed, this one has just stayed the same. It's basically like almost a cactus. And once in a while, maybe a leaf would get ill and I'd have to cut it off. But it hasn't really grown. It hasn't really changed. Now, in my journey, in this shamanic healing plant journey of mine, as I'm learning the culture and learning the belief system that's at work there, I've been reading a lot about tobacco. And tobacco is really highly regarded by native cultures, both North American, South American, and probably elsewhere in the world, as a very sacred plant. And in all of the details I've read about this tobacco use, the common thread seems to be that it carries intention very well. Tobacco smoke carries prayers, is sort of the thought there. It carries intention, it carries communication, it helps communicate with plants. And that sounds strange at first sight, so of course I had to test it. I got myself some tobacco, and I started blowing it over each of my plants. Just giving it a wish, just wishing when I blow onto it, grow. Now for this particular plant, I actually stuck my face right in here and blew smoke into its leaves, at the base of its leaves, and I said, grow, in my mind, in my heart. And I did so with all my other plants. But then, within a week, this is so crazy, within a week, I come in to do it again, and this stem right here, this one, was popping out at my face. It was a new stem, a furry, light green, baby stem, just coming right at my eyes. And that was pretty impressive. So I kept blowing on it, saying, grow, grow. And it kept growing. And here's what happened. It kept growing, and 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 growing. I mean, look at this. Look at this leaf on this tiny little sago palm. It's a leaf like the other leaves, but it's so long, it's so crazy. Really, what is going on here? And this happened within a week of me blowing tobacco smoke on it, wishing it to grow. And actually, this stem, the leaves were all rolled up against the stem, pretty much like this. And it had gotten pretty much this long, and it wasn't opening up. It wasn't unfurling, and I was thinking, this thing is just going to go right to the ceiling. So I started blowing tobacco smoke on it, saying, bloom, open, it's time to spread. And it started to do this. Now, listen, I mean, this is just... Yeah, it might sound superstitious, but look at the rest of these leaves. Look how short and stubby and just small they are. This is what that leaf should have looked like. A new leaf coming out should have looked like this. But for whatever reason, within a week of me telling it to grow with tobacco smoke, boy did it grow. So I consider this, a minor miracle. This is really something. This is a hell of a coincidence that in my book lands beyond coincidence. This is something so strange. And I just thought I'd share it with you guys. A miracle in a pot, growing in my own room. The world is amazing. The world is mysterious. Just what the hell is going on? Wow.